Hi, I'm Hernan from Actimo, and today I will show you 3 ways to make your town halls amazing. In this webinar, I will explain to you some tips and tricks to successfully run and share town halls using your employee app. Let's get started. Before we go into the details, let's talk about town halls themselves. We use the term town hall, but in your organization you might be more familiar with other expressions, such as all hands, weeklies, or just simply team meetings. Regardless of how often you run them, the main purpose of town hall meetings is to 1. Bring the company and teams together on a regular basis. 2. Update everyone about what is currently going on. And 3. Align everyone with the company's strategy and what is important now and in the future. This webinar will cover 3 ways to make your town halls amazing. For each of these 3 ways, we will introduce general recommendations you can follow. We will share with you our Actimo Pro tips and show you how to map these ideas in your employee app. The first part is all about how you prepare and structure your town hall meeting. When you're about to host or plan a town hall, you want to make sure that your agenda is not only filled with interesting points, but that you have also shared it beforehand with all participants. This is an easy way to manage expectations, build excitement, and directly dive into the topics and avoid spending a lot of time on the agenda once the meeting starts. While management will be mostly responsible for sharing strategic or high-level initiatives and decisions, we recommend to have other topics on your town hall meeting hosted by different speakers. With this, you will not only give the different departments and roles an opportunity to share their activities firsthand, but also give different employees a stage to share projects and insights they've been working on. The next point is about what content to cover in the meeting, both when you have a lot on the agenda or when you lack inspiration for topics to share. A good way to start up your meeting is to catch up on KPIs. Key performance indicators help your employees understand where you are in the journey and how far you are from your targets. This can be done while management gives an update, or you can have different departments share a quick status. Moving away from hard facts and key business facts, an important purpose of the town hall is to bring the teams together and create a platform to live your company culture. Why not use town halls then to celebrate successes? Praise certain employees or teams for doing an amazing job, or simply recognize when something positive is happening. This can be anything from a big deal that was closed, someone used a creative way to solve a problem, positive feedback that was shared, or people actually remembering to turn off their screens before they leave. The final point we want to make is that it's just as important to prepare fixed topics to talk about as it is to leave time for unprepared topics. Give your teams the space to ask questions, give feedback or share ideas. Especially in bigger rounds, it can be quite intimidating to raise your voice. So make sure to proactively open the floor for discussion before moving on to another topic or closing the meeting. You as a host might even be the first one to give input, feedback, or ask a question. Our Actimo Pro tip for the preparation: it's all about making your town hall more human. Even if not all people can join the meeting physically or in the office, think about the ones that do. Bring some breakfast that your team can enjoy. This will boost them with the right energy and simply give them a nice start to their day or week. Another pro tip is to introduce new team members before they start and also on their first day at work. When you give them time to speak and introduce themselves, let them know in advance. Some people love improvisation, others might need a bit of preparation to speak about themselves in front of a new team and unknown faces. How can you carry out an amazing preparation of your town hall in Actimo? Well, if you need input on your agenda, a simple way is to send a small Actimo message with a survey inside. People can enter their ideas, what to add to the next town hall, whenever and wherever they are. To share your agenda with your teams beforehand, create a separate Actimo message for your town hall and list all the important facts of the meeting. At which time does it start? Which room will it be in? What's on the agenda and who will present? Easy, simple and informative. In the second part, we will talk about running and broadcasting your town hall. Bringing the entire company together can be quite tricky, especially when your offices are in different locations. You have people out traveling to meetings or some employees working from home. Regardless of where your team members are, you still want to ensure they can take part in that common meeting. There are 2 simple ways to do so: live streaming and recording. We will talk about these 2 in the next couple of minutes. First, let's talk about recording your town hall. Why should you do that? Because it makes it incredibly easy to share it with your employees afterwards. The details on this we'll cover in part 3. But what is there to consider when you record your town hall? Most importantly, you don't need fancy gear to get the results you wish. You need to make sure you have a DSLR camera, a stand to put it on, and a shotgun mic. If you have a proper video camera, you don't need to equip yourself with a separate mic. To record the parts of your town hall in decent quality, you don't need to invest in thousands of euros in equipment. You might already have it in the office somewhere. Our first Actimo pro tip on recording. Ensure your SD card is empty when you hit the record button. Nothing is more annoying than when your recording stops because you've run out of storage. The second pro tip is to split the recording as you're shooting it. When you have different speakers and topics, start and stop recording with each beginning and end of each part. By doing this, you'll save a lot of time later on when editing the single video parts. The other part we wanted to cover is about live streaming your town hall, particularly for employees that work remotely. It's a big benefit and engagement booster to be able to participate live in the town hall. Whether you use Google Hangouts, Skype or WebEx, nowadays there are multiple ways to host your town hall as a conference. You can also create specific virtual town hall meeting rooms to always use the same dial-in for your recurring meetings. If you can't or don't want to use a conference tool, you can also live record your town hall with YouTube and share it via a live stream with your employees. Our first Actimo tip when it comes to recording your town hall: assign ownership of specific tasks. Have someone be responsible for doing the recording, someone for setting up the conferencing and screen sharing, and someone else hosting the town hall and guiding everybody through the different agenda points. Second Actimo tip: if the different presenters use their own laptops to share slides or some live content, ask all presenters to dial into the conference and mute their microphones. When it's their time to present, they can quickly take over the screen and present from their own laptop without much interruption to the meeting. How can you use these tips in your employee app in Actimo? Well, remember that message we talked about in the first part of your agenda of the upcoming town hall? Use that exact message and include a button at the top and the bottom of the text that links to the online conference or YouTube live stream. With this, your teams have all the necessary information to get prepared and dial into the meeting in one place. As for the text within the button, we suggest to mention the live dial-in, and if you want, the time the town hall goes live. For example, join town hall live at 9 AM. In the third and last part, we will talk about how to best share your town halls. Sharing your town hall is as important as preparing and running it. It's not only helpful for those who couldn't join in person or via the live stream, but a nice way for everyone to access the content and refresh their memories. If you didn't have the chance to record your town hall, the most simple way to share content of your town hall is with a written summary. Get the key points of each topic, include a headline, and name of the presenter or the person responsible. When you had a lot of topics or there was a lot of information to share, this can become quite cumbersome, not only for the person writing the summaries, but also for the audience who might not want to read through pages and pages of text. Knowing that 72% of people prefer to watch a video on a certain topic than read about it, we always recommend to go for a recording and share videos of your town halls. We talked about how to best record your town hall in the previous part. In this chapter, we want to show you how to best use the recorded footage. Sending multiple videos can take up a lot of space, no matter which channel you use. Our pro tip is to compress your videos before you share them. We at Actimo use Handbrake to compress our videos. It's free and easy to use. We recommend to compress your videos with the existing software presets. The Vimeo and YouTube ones work great because they're already optimized for sharing online and on mobile. If you want to share your town hall summaries in your employee app in Actimo, then here is how you do it. First, create a message for your town hall and include the date, time and title. In that message, you can now upload the compressed videos of the different topics, each introduced with the headline and the speaker. We recommend to put all of them underneath each other so that people can scroll through the entire agenda and can dive into each topic separately. Talking about engagement, don't forget to include a like button and a comment field at the end of the message. You always want to encourage people to give feedback, and there might be some interesting insights for your next town hall meeting. Once the message is done, it's time to publish it as part of your employee app. Our recommendation is to create and use a special town hall category so that people can easily find it in their newsfeed or even in a dedicated area of your app. A pro tip for when town halls are part of your general newsfeed: create a theme image that you can use for all town halls. With that, you don't have to reinvent the wheel every time you create a new town hall, and your town hall series will get its own recognizable theme. Another Actimo tip we want to share with you: keep your content and videos in order and upload your town hall videos into a separate content folder in your content library. Simply create a town hall folder, upload the videos and take them from the content library when you create your summary message. This keeps all your town hall videos in the right place and can easily be found again. So, to sum up our 3 tips to make your town halls amazing. Number 1, in the preparation phase, make sure to share your agenda beforehand. Include different presenters for different topics and share key facts such as KPIs as well as soft facts such as new joiners or success stories. Number 2, when it comes to running and broadcasting your town hall, give people a chance to join or watch it live and record each part of the town hall as a separate video. Number 3, sharing your town hall should be in a snackable format. Give a short summary or share single videos of content for people to re-watch what has been said. With our tips, you can integrate town halls into your employee app, which is an effective way to increase your engagement and keep your teams updated and involved at any time. Thanks a lot for watching our webinar. We hope you enjoyed it and can take home valuable tips for your next town hall meeting. We'll see you next time, and until then, take care.